Yesterday, we stopped here. Do we agree on this slide?
Yes, that looks right.
And then we all agreed in terms of the value of X, the value of Y, and the value of Z as the solution for the system of equations that we were solving.
I apologize if this sounds like a doff question, but how can y equal 2?
Oh, X is 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. X is 1. Z is 3.
Yeah.
Yes. Your name, sir?
It's Alison.
Alison. Yes,
Yes.
Alison. It shows that you are awake.
Yes.
Yes, I agree. I don't know whether you are the only one who picked that one up or what. Phyllis, did you pick that one up? Ndaziwona.
Yes, I did pick that up.
Okay. But now, before we can say we all pick that one up, let's go to our previous matrix before we agree. From here, everything, what we're having in the next slide came from here. Now, do we agree? Please, okay, let me put it in this way. From the second row, we agree that y is 1. That 1 is representing y. Do we agree?
Yes.
Yes. So now, if we agree that from the second, okay, from the third row, we agree that z is equals to 3.
Yes.
Now, let's take that value of z and substitute it into the second row. And then let's see what our answer will be, whether it will be the 0 or the 2 that I'm having in there. Are we together?
Yes.
Do you all understand what I'm requesting you to do?
So you want us to substitute the value of z in the third row into the value of z into the second row?
Yes. Sibusiso, Princess, Phyllis, Ndaziwona, Makwena, Mfana futhi, Lerado, Lebogang, Umaira. How do you pronounce your name?
Damien.
Damien.
Yes, sir.
Damien, yes. Batabile and Alison. Please, what I'm requesting you to do, from this system, we see that our value of z is equals to 3. What I'm requesting you to do is to focus on the second row. From the second row, what you do, meaning from the second row, this is what we are having. We are having y minus 7 over 2 z. In the place of z, we put that 3, which is equals to minus 17 over 2. Then we solve for the value of y. Am I clear? Hello?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Is it clear to everybody?
Yes.
Yes, it's
Okay.
clear.
Yes.
Please, that is just what I'm requesting you to do. Substitute the value for z in the second row, and then let's see what value will we get for y.
No, it does equal 2.
Sorry?
I said it does equal 2.
Who said is equals to 2?
Me, Alison. Sorry, my call dropped there when you were explaining just now.
No, you don't have to worry, Alison. Because now I'm afraid to be, if I move from this screen to this screen, then you'll no longer be seeing what I'm presenting. You
Okay.
follow what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes. So that's why I'm remaining on this screen. So Alison, you are getting the value of y to be 2, eh?
Yeah.
Damon, what are you getting the value of y to be?
What are we supposed to?
I'll come back to you, Damon. Batabile, what is the value of y that you are getting, or what you got?
2, sir.
Lebaran, what did you get as the value of y?
I'm getting 2.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Lerado, what did you get
2.
as a value for y? You got 2.
Yes, sir.
Ndazi Warner, what did you get as the value for y?
I got 2, sir.
Thank you. Phyllis, what did you get?
I got 2.
You got 2. Thank you. Sbusiso,
I got
what
2,
did you
sir.
get? You
I
got
got
2.
2. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So now, do we all agree that as a human being, I made a mistake there? I should have written 2 instead of 0.
Yes. But that's okay.
Do we agree?
Yes.
Okay. If we all agree, then I'm happy. Now, let's continue. Now, let me request you, I'm not going to be wasting much time. Okay, before I come here. Any question before we continue? Any question? We haven't moved much. Our focus is still on systems of linear equations and matrices. That is the only thing that we are talking about. Or we talked about. We started talking about since we met yesterday up to this point in time. Any question? Here is my request. I'm making the very same request that I made yesterday to all of you to say, please, during this period of us looking, making a reflection on what we have already covered, please don't disappear. Here is where I need you most, because here, this is not an exam. Here, we are just trying to help out each other in terms of making sure that we are on the right track. I don't know whether you get me. It's not an exam, it's not a test, but we are just helping out each other in terms of testing and understanding of the content. Now, in this exercise, which is number A, let's talk about it, all of us. We have got this system of matrix. In number A, it is 3x1 minus 2x2 equals to minus 1. 4x1 plus 5x2 equals to 3. 7x 3x2 equals to 2. Lebron.
Hello? Yes?
Thank you. How many unknowns do we have in this system in number A?
There's 2.
Which are?
X1 and X2.
Thank you. Now, where do I go now? I'm now going to Princess. Princess?
Yes, sir.
Now, here is my question. Can we then be able to solve this system If the answer is yes, please, I'm giving all of you, not only you, Princess, everybody in the workshop, 2 minutes to solve this system. I'm also doing the very same thing. I'm solving it with you. Let's solve this system and see what we get as our value for x1 and our value for x2.
Sir, I have a question.
Who's talking?
It's Busiso, sir.
Yes, Busis, how are you, brother?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Okay, I'm glad, sir. How can we solve A if we have only 2 unknowns and 3 equations, sir?
How can we
Solve we have 3 equations, sir, for only 2 unknowns.
Yes.
So how can we balance? Because we need, if we have 3 equations, we have to have 3 unknowns, sir.
I hear you.
Okay.
Now, yes, I hear you, Busis. I hear you, my brother. Now, in this case, how do we solve this? We have got, how should I put it?
And we just use 2 of the equations.
How should I say this? But it's within the very same section. In this case, we have got more equations and less unknowns.
Yes.
Do we agree? Now,
Yes.
Sibusiso,
Yes.
correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, sir.
I don't know these things. I don't know these things. I'm being honest. I don't know these things. But now, can this system be solved or not? From where you are sitting, Sibusiso?
From where I'm sitting, sir, personally, I think it can't be solved. My reason is that I won't have pivots going down a straight triangular line.
Question,
Based
sir?
on what you get. Sorry? Someone is talking?
Can I have a mask? Kutlwano.
Who? Kutlwano.
Kutlwano. Yes, sir.
Yes, Kutlwano.
Sir.
Yeah, just hang on, Kutlwano. Let me finish with Sibusiso. Sibusiso.
Sure.
Sibusiso.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brother, my view is that this system, as Princess has already indicated, this system can be solved. So we need to solve it. Thank you,
Okay.
Princess. Thank you, Sibusiso. Kutlwano, I'm now listening.
Oh no, I was just trying to join in that conversation because I also just need clarity. Can't we just use 2 of the equations? For instance, one of them, so linear equations can also have infinite solutions, and if they have infinite solutions, that means that they could also possibly have infinite equations. So if I have only 2 unknowns, can I just use 2 of the equations?
To be on the safe side, Kutlwano, ne?
Yes, sir.
From where I'm sitting,
Yes,
I need
sir.
to be safe. I need to be safe in terms of what I'm saying.
Okay.
What I'm saying, we have got 3 equations, and we have got more equations and less unknowns. Okay?
Yes.
More equations, less unknowns. This is just one of the situations or circumstances that we will be dealing with in this section, where we will be determining the type of the solutions that the system has.
Yes.
But now, in this case, that's why I'm saying I have to be careful in terms of what I'm saying.
Okay.
The most important thing that we need in here is just the values for these two unknowns. So I can say to you, use two equations to get those two unknowns. Because this system has got how many rows?
3.
3 rows, 3 columns. Do we agree?
Yes.
That is how safely I can be able to say it to you. I don't know
But
whether
if-
you get me.
I get you, but if equation 1 is equivalent to equation 2 and equation 2 is equivalent to equation 3, and equation 3 is equivalent to equation 1, theoretically,
Yeah. Yes, brother. Whoa.
okay,
Please stop there, otherwise you are giving away an answer. Ne? I get what you are saying.
okay, sure.
I get what you are saying. Nobile, what did you get as your value for x1 and a value for x2?
For x1, I got 1 over 23. And then for x2, I got 13 over
Slowly,
23.
x1 you got?
1 divided by 23.
1 over 23. That's x1, yeah?
Yeah.
And then x2?
13 divided by 23.
13 divided by 23. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. Whoa. Hang on. Whoa, stop there. Wait. And just be quiet as if you didn't say anything. And I will also not say anything. Okay. Is it okay, Ngobile?
Yeah, it's fine.
Thank you. Vuyo.
Yes, sir.
Vu. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What is your x1?
My x1, I got 1 over 23. And for x2, I got 13 over 23. What's happening, sir?
Something is not making sense. Where should I go? Okay. Princess. X1, what did you get?
Yep. I got 1 over 23.
And then x2?
13 over 23.
These people are misleading you. Or are you sitting in the very same room?
No.
Now, Lerato.
Mine are different, like totally different.
Yes, my brother. What did you get?
X1, I got 3 over 92.
3 over 92. X2?
4 over 23.
4 over 23.
Yeah.
This is what I got. I seem to be in agreement with Ngobile, Vuyo, and Princess. Lerato, your answers are worrying me.
Method. Maybe waking up, like something went wrong.
How should I say this? Where should I start? Before I come in? From where I'm sitting, I seem to be agreeing with these three: Vuyo, Ngobile, and Princess. According to my answer here. Now, I'm not saying this is what we should get. Please hear me out. Lerato, I'm not saying what you found is not what we are looking for. Are we clear? But now, let me ask for a volunteer, either Princess, Ngobile, or Vuyo, to share with us how they started and then up to the way they ended.
I started by writing the equations. Then I said I apply the row matrix of row 1 plus row 3 to cancel out the coefficient of which is 7 of x1 in row 3. You first apply the row matrix of row 2. You take the two equations, which is the second and the third row. You apply the row matrix to cancel out the third one. Then you get negative 23x2 equals to negative 13 as row 3.
Sorry, Vuyo.
Yes, sir.
You said you cancel. You're using row 2 and row 3 to cancel out row 3, and then you proceeded to the answers. What did you do to row 3 to cancel it out to get the 23s and stuff?
I say negative 7 multiplied by row 2 plus 4 multiplied by row 3.
You multiplied row 2 with negative 7.
Yes, sir.
And then you added it to row 3.
I add 4 multiplied by row 3.
Get 4 multiplied by row 3. Okay, so if you're doing the step by step, you want to say, so for instance, you said you want to say minus 7 multiplied by 4,
row
right?
2.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
sir.
that would be
Yes,
minus
sir.
7 times 4, which is going to
Yes,
give
sir.
you a negative 21.
Yes, sir.
And then you're adding it to?
It will give you negative 28.
Minus 7 times, oh yes, sorry, I'm thinking minus 7 times 3. Minus 7 times 4 is going to give you negative 28. And then
Yes, sir.
you're adding, well, what are you adding it to?
Then I add 4 multiplied by row 3 to make the coefficient of x1 0.
Okay.
Then I'm left with negative 23 x2 equals to negative 13. Ne? I divide the negative 23 because we are not looking for negative 23x, we are looking for x2. I divide both sides to get x2 equals to 13 over 23. Ne?
Yes.
Therefore, I use the first row to find x2. I substitute my x2 on the first row to get x1. Then there is my x1 there. As okay, thank you, sir. As x1 is equals to 1 over 23.
And then x2 is 13 over 23.
23.
Please ask them whether they agree with you or not.
Hello, guys. Do you agree and understand?
Yeah, we agree, bro. Thank you for, because I was really lost the whole time. Right now, it just came to me that this is just basically elimination. Thank you so much, bro.
What Vuyo did, or what ideally needs to happen, you need to create zeros below the leading one. What is the leading entry in this case? In this matrix?
4.
The leading entry.
It's 3.
3.
3. We all agree it is 3. So ideally, what you need to do, that 4 and that 7, we make them to be what? To be zeros. Do we agree?
Yes.
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 In the process of making that 4 and that 7 to be zeros, somehow you will realize that row 2 and row 3 cancel out. Do we agree?
Yes.
Or did you not come across that situation where row 2 cancelled row 3 out? Ngobile, do we agree?
Yes, I do.
We ended up in the third row, we ended up having an entire row of zeros. Do we agree?
No.
In the third row? No. How did you do it?
Sir.
In the start.
No. Okay, hang on. What I'm saying, it is not the only way to solve this. Okay, let me quickly and briefly explain how I approached it, okay? But our answer is the same. Don't panic. Our answers are the same. The matrix that we are solving, it is 3 minus 2 minus 1. That's the first row. The second row is 4, 5, 3. The third row is 7, 3, 2. Do we agree on the matrix that we need to solve?
Yes.
Yes.
That's where we are starting. If our matrix is not the same, then our answers will never be the same. So that is the matrix that we are solving.
Yes.
From where I'm sitting, the way I approached it, I said, okay, what I need to do is to have a 0 where there is 4. I also needed to have a 0 where there is 7. What I did then, I multiplied the first row by minus 4. And then I multiplied the first row by minus 4. And then I multiplied the second row by 3. I added them together in order to have a 0 where there is a 4. Then the next thing that I did, I multiplied the first row by negative 7. After that, I came to the third row. I multiplied the third row by positive 3 in order to have a 0 where there is 7. We together? Then I ended up having, where there is 4, I ended up having 0. Where there is 7, I ended up having 0. Then from there, if you did that, you will realize that when you add the second row to the third row becomes an entire row of zeros. Then from the second row, then you will have 0. 23 is equals to 13. That's why I said I agree with the value of x2 equals to 13 over 23. Then from there, we take that value of x2, we substitute it into the first equation to get x1. That's how I approached it. I don't know how you approached it. But the most important thing is that we need to have the very same answer.
You've got 2 hands up, Glenn, Lerato, and Makwena.
Thank you, colleague, because I'm not on that screen. Thank you for sharing that.
I will help you with the hands. And the third one is Humaraya. In that order, Lerato, Makwena, Humaraya. You can pose your questions.
Sir.
Yes.
With the third row in all the 0 kaofela.
That's what I said.
So how come o kgona go thola di-value tsa x1 le x2?
Okay. This is what I said. I'll repeat what I said. I said, have you got a pen and paper in front of you?
Yes, I have a pen and paper in front of me.
This is what I did. I multiplied the first row by -4. Okay?
Mhm.
Then I multiplied the second row by +3.
Okay.
Then, after doing that, I added the two together.
2 together.
In order to eliminate the second row. Yeah, no. In order to have a 0 where there is a 4.